Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to Perafilozof's SimCity Let's Plays. I'm going to jump back into Peralonium, my tourist city, to see just how many tourists I can get at the maximum number for a day. And then once I have finished that, I'm going to take you through the building of the road connections and networks for my last city, the gambling city, which is going to be called Peratropolis. Here we are back in Peralonium. I would like to see just how many tourists can I attract at a pro stadium, an expo center, these three landmarks, and a bunch of hotels and commercial buildings in this city. As you remember from the previous episode, I already have one high density medium wealth hotel, and I would like to have one high density high wealth hotel, and I can probably pick one of these guys to upgrade. I will have to dezone this side of the street for all of them, but only zone for this guy here, and then upgrade the street. Actually, I didn't even have to dezone everything, only this piece of the road is responsible for this building. Now it's gonna upgrade. Now it might go as a commercial shop first, but hopefully it will switch to a hotel later on, just like this one did. Yeah, like I said, it looks like a castle, so I know that it's a hotel and not a shop. Well, this one is supposed to be a very narrow and very high skyscraper, so it should look something like a hotel once it starts building up. I'm not entirely sure that I remember how exactly does it look like, so I will have to let it build all the way up to see is it going to be a shop or a hotel. Anyhow, where are we at with tourists? Last time we had 16,000. The events have been ordered, and then we will see how many are we going to get today. The three ferry terminals are working at full speed. The airport as well. The two bus stops that are over here, and the two passenger train stations that are up there. This is interesting. What's going on here? What is this? High density? How did this turn into high density? And the road is clearly medium density. Could be that because of this small patch here it turned into a high density one. I guess everything is possible in this game. Well, I was talking about that I could use another high density medium wealth hotel, and now I have another one, whether I like it or not. But somehow I doubt I will have enough of the tourists to fill both of them. Actually, this isn't even a hotel, this is a freaking shop. I most definitely do not need another shop. That's like 1,000 unsold medium wealth goods. No, my friend, I do not need you. Although, you know, I could let it stay, and maybe it would turn into another hotel, but this one is almost full. So yeah, if it were to turn into a hotel, then that could work. We'll see what happens on that front later on. This one is done. And looks like a shop to me. Vacant business. Okay, let it be a shop for now. Maybe it will turn into a hotel later on. It's always a possibility. Wonder what will happen if I let this one upgrade to high density as well. Would be able to create a hotel instead of a shop. Well, what the hell? Let's go. Let's see what happens. Another upgrade for the city hall. Didn't I see something red flashing here? Oh, I see. I need to upgrade my schools to take in more kids. More school buses probably wouldn't be a bad idea right about now. Yeah, that's a lot of kids to educate. I still don't think I have a single low wealth hotel. Maybe this one is a low wealth hotel. Kinda doubt it. Yes, yeah, it is. Well, if I only could get more, that would be something. But I doubt it because of the land value. I'm waiting for one of these guys here, or one of these guys here to become a hotel. But the problem is that's really far away from the buildings that seem to produce the effect for the commercial to become hotels. These landmarks and the, what do they call them, stadiums. So I would probably need a patch of low wealth somewhere closer to the events themselves. Well, I guess if I were to dezone this thing and zone it on the other side, this thing might be able to develop into medium density, low wealth. It's possible, I guess. Yep, I think that just did it. That's very good. Very good indeed. Maybe by deleting this park I could get more of this lowland value. See what happens. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. That's precisely what I want. These guys want to be happy, but they can be a low wealth. If I'm building more low wealth medium density hotels, then I might as well get some more low wealth workers. So what happened here? Is that a hotel or a shop? Again, two high density shops. Seriously, just how many high density shops do I need? Oh, I think this one is changing. It's changing, and I believe that this is the outline for a high density high wealth hotel. Excellent, that's the one I've been looking for. So yeah, they will turn into a high density high wealth shop or a high density medium wealth shop, and then turn into a hotel. So you don't really have to bulldoze them a million times. It will work out on its own. So yesterday I had far fewer tourists than the day before, from 16,000 plus to 10,000 plus. Now, why did that happen? It could have something to do with all the commercials changing from densities to and from shops to hotels, but was that really it? Or do we have some kind of an issue? Oh, let's try and see. I don't really have enough employment, but everything seems to be working. I have way too many medium wealth goods, not enough low wealth goods, but that still shouldn't affect the tourists. At least not the medium wealth ones or the high wealth ones. Garbage is picked up. No fires. Few people injured and sick. Crime is manageable. Education is spotless. So why such a lower number of tourists? I wish I knew. I mean, these things are making quite a lot of money. 57,000, 73,000, 51,000. And yesterday I made more money than I paid for these events. I know the Pro Stadium is not going to be very profitable for a while, but if I went down from 16 to 10,000 tourists, it's hardly going to be profitable with that amount of tourists. Yeah, definitely not going to be profitable. There we go. High density, high vault hotel. The hotel is working. Okay then, I won't need any more high vault, high density residential. That's very good because that would require a lot of power, water and sewage. And I don't really have that much in the region available, considering how much is divided between cities. Yeah, that was lame. Again, only 10,000 tourists. I'd really like to have more. Let's try a rock concert this time. I do have plenty of hotels, so that's not really an issue. Okay, maybe I don't have enough low-wealth hotels, but that can be fixed. I already fixed it with having 2 of them here. There might even be more of them showing up, maybe here, down here, up here. But yeah, you saw that having them close to attractions pretty much guarantees they are going to become hotels if your city needs them, while being far away doesn't really seem to happen anymore. They did patch it in one of the patches, and it said that now hotels would be created much closer to the actual attractions or casinos. So yeah, that's true, but I would really like to have some of them where I have a low wealth zones. I mean, it's kind of hard to manage to create all 3 wealth level zones around your events. Well, it wouldn't be too difficult if you could spread the events around, but then again you have to spread around the transportation as well, and that's really not handy. I mean, even having these bus stops here and the passenger train stations up here still means that a lot of these sims have to walk. A lot of these tourists, I mean, have to walk around, and just look at these guys that come from here. They have to drive all the way through here to get here. Same with the guys at the airport. They have to drive through or take a bus to get here, so it's kind of impractical. So really the best thing would be if we could simply have an ability to zone hotel zone tool. Like the commercial zone tool could be renamed a shop zone tool, and we could have another one that it would say hotel zone tool. I mean, wouldn't that make a hell of a lot of sense than anything I've just said for the 5 minutes I've been talking about where do I want hotels and how the game is going to provide that. I mean, how is this not simpler and a more elegant solution than to have to worry about everything all the time? Damn it, Maxis. Another day, and once again 10,000 tourists. That's 3 days in a row at 10,000. I'm really getting worried. Why am I not pushing through this number? I had reached 60,000 in the sandbox mode when I was testing the design for this city, So this is quite weird. I'm going to bulldoze the passenger mods for the ferries because I'm thinking that it might be that these other boats that I don't actually need are creating some traffic problems on the water. So I will leave just one of these passenger ferry docks, while the other three are going to be the cruise ship docks. Maybe that would be able to fix that problem. But somehow I doubt that that would be the answer here. We seem to have some major remodeling happening here. All these shops have turned into hotels for medium density, medium wealth. And maybe even two over here as well. Yeah, that is a lot of hotels. This one seems to be remodeling. It may now turn into, and I think it is by the outline. Yeah, I think this is going to be a high wealth medium density hotel now. Well, with this many hotels, if I cannot push through 10,000, then I don't know how I will. I think I'm going to go around the city and remove some of these low density medium wealth shops because they're really just creating traffic where there is no need for more traffic to be created, and I already have so much more medium goods that I could possibly need. Oh, there we go. Now we are talking 17,000 and still going up. 11,000 medium wealth tourists. Yeah, pretty much as soon as the second medium wealth hotel went to high density and a bunch of these other ones went to medium density, I got a huge influx of medium wealth tourists. But then again, those hotels go up in density and from shops to hotels first, and then I got these huge numbers of medium wealth tourists, or were the hotels going to higher densities and going from shops to medium wealth hotels because I was already getting a lot of medium wealth tourists? Honestly, I don't know. This requires some further testing. Testing. More and more. Yeah, why should it be simple when it can be difficult? Yeah, about that freight. That's not gonna be happening. Now, come to think of it, there is one way, but that would require some... I'm not sure I really want to do that. I'll just tell you about it, but I honestly am not going to do it. What I could do is go to my other cities and destroy, let's say, 50% of shops in each of those cities, which would lead to an excess number of freight that could then potentially get carried into this Perafilozof tourist city and into the last city that when I make it the gambling Perafilozof. But that would pretty much ruin the cities. I mean, if I'm not playing them, they're not ruined, but I know that I ruined them, so I kinda don't want to do something like that. So it's up to Maxis to balance out the freight. I mean, the easiest way to fix the freight problem is not adding more industry and more freight into the industry, but rather reducing the amount of freight necessary to create merchandise. For example, I'm just gonna throw these numbers now at you, but they don't really have to be accurate, you just have to get the point. If you have one freight created at a factory, and if it translates into 2 merchandise when it reaches a shop, why not then make one freight turn into 10 merchandise? That way you need far less freight in order to have enough merchandise to fill all the shops. Whoa, this is looking very yellow. What's with all the taxes? Where are these guys going to? Oh, the airport, right. So yeah, like I said, there is one good thing about the airport. It's going to export your taxes. They're not going to clog up the exits and entrances from the region, at least. That's one good thing about the airport. I mean, it's certainly not going to get you a lot of tourists, but it's definitely going to make a lot of taxes go away. So yesterday we were at 20,000 tourists, 7,000 low wealth, 13,000 medium wealth, and 500 high wealth. How much did I earn from the events? I earned 234,000 and 146,000. That is very nice. I'm gonna go with a monster rally and a rock concert. Since I'm pretty desperate to get more low wealth hotels, I'm going to zone these streets up here. There is enough space, I think, for low density buildings, and who knows, maybe they'll turn into low density hotels. Well, what low density hotels that is? Well, they look like hotels, I think. Yeah, those are hotels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not sure about that one. Nope, those are shops. But yeah, 4 new hotels. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's see here, Expo Center, 1,500 low wealth, 1,500 medium wealth. As for the Pro Stadium, well, it's going, it's still going. It's 8 p.m. I have 17,000 tourists today, and it doesn't look like I'm going to break through the 20,000 barrier once again today. That is a lot of variation between the number of tourists each day. It seems that this video is getting longer and longer, and I have not yet started building the 6th city, the gambling city. Well, I'm not sure really what I should do. I think I'm going to end the video here and then let you guys to choose. Do you wish to see how this city is going to progress, and can we get maybe 100,000 tourists? Or should I just go and build the gambling city? I mean, this city is profitable even with less than 20,000 tourists. I mean, what the hell, it was profitable with 10,000 tourists. But yeah, it's not the really big numbers that I was hoping for. So, like I said, you guys can choose. Do you want me to continue trying to get high tourist numbers in this city? Or do you want me to go and start building the gambling city? I guess that would be all for today. Thank you all for watching, and see you tomorrow.